Okay. Just got out of the locker room. Obviously, the guys are disappointed. When you lose a game like that, that's a tough one to swallow after coming back. But also told them in the same conversation that was really excited that how they battled back. And they battled back to win that game. To have a chance to win that game. So it's important to look at that too. And with all the offensive linemen that we had in and out of there, I thought the guys battled in there. The pocket was firmer in the second half, I thought, was good. We drove the field twice at the end. And I know there's going to be a lot of questions about the Doug Kramer play. Again, I got to look at the handoff. That was one of our 1 yard plays, in our goal line package. We got to look at the operation of that. And we have, 3 or 4 of those. But, and then obviously the defense's response to that was excellent. Go 3 and out, force a punt. We get it back to midfield, and then our offense converts, a couple times on third down, get them down there. And, the 1 yard, first and goal on the 1 after the DPI, that's a run. He has the option to throw the fade if he likes to match up, so that's what he did. And then second one right there to Doug, and then the fumble, so that was it right there. And then we scored on the second one, and then, they had those plays at the end. And it comes down to that last play, and we've practiced that play 100 times since we've been here. And again, I'll have to look at what the execution was of that, but we have a body on a body, boxing guys out like basketball at the very end. We have one guy that's the rim that knocks the ball down. We got a back tip guy that goes behind the pile. So again, I got to look at it and detail it out and make sure we're better next time. But again, that's a hard way to lose. But again, I was proud of the way the guys battled all the way through. But go ahead.
Who is the back tip guy on that play?
Yeah, it depends on where the double bump guy is, right? So the guy that we were boxing out, that was 17. So it depended on where he was.
That was the play that decided the game, but there was a lot wrong before that for you guys offensively and defensively. Just offensively, why were you guys not able to get anything going until the end?
Yeah, it's sometimes when you have those days, you just got to make sure you keep finding answers. Some of the answers could have been, getting the ball to our tight ends and running backs. As I look at the stat sheet, there, I know we were trying to do that. They did pressure with their linebackers. We knew they were going to do some of those. We thought those were effective for them. So we got to do a better job handling those. But again, it's always about just working to the next series and finding answers, and we got to do a better job of that.
Say that the Bears didn't deserve to win the game anyway, yet and still you guys had it won and it slipped away from you. How do you prevent that from being a season-defining loss that carries into the next few weeks?
Yeah, our guys believe in each other, trust in each other, have faith in each other. They're a resilient bunch. They're going to come back more determined. Again, the game didn't go the way we wanted it to at certain points, but again, at the end, we got it going in our direction, and to be able to have a chance to win it. And did everything we could at the very end. We just got to execute better.
Matt, that second to last play before the Hail Mary, 13-yard strike, they get out of bounds in 2 seconds. Are you preparing that play for them to run some kind of shots to the end zone laterally, or is that something where how do you look back on that spot?
Yeah, because you're defending touchdown, right? You're defending touchdown there, and them throwing the ball for 13 yards or 10 yards, whatever that is, doesn't really matter. It's always going to come down to that last play. And it came down to a 2-second play to the last play, and we got to execute on that one.
Why don't you guys bring extra pressure?
That is an option, no doubt. I've seen people do that. We have that. But, again, we chose to do the 3-man rush. Again, I think he had it for over 12 seconds. I'm not sure what happened back there, in terms of, blocking and, getting after it. The quarterback, TJ adds in a little bit on there, too, because he's got the running back. But like I said, execution.
So I guess regardless of who the guy was, when you look at whoever the back tip person was he not there?
I got to take a look at it. Yeah, I got to take a look at it.
Any thought at all on your behalf to veto the the goal line play to Doug when it came to your head?
No, it's a play we've worked. We've worked that play since he's been in there. And we've worked the mechanics of it, the handoff to him, and we just got to do it better. It's just, wedge blocking, and you're on the 1 yard line. You got a big guy getting the ball, and so we've practiced it a lot.
So the logic of that call with the game on the line to give it to an offensive lineman, that you're on board with that?
It's a 1 yard play. It's a 1 yard play, and we felt that a big guy like that taking a dive could do that.
terms of Caleb, some of the struggles he had, especially in the first half.
Yeah, again, the progressions. I thought progressions. I thought he, got off him a little bit. I have to look at it. But again, the rhythm and timing that we've seen over the last couple weeks. Again, it could be guys that recovered or got pressure in his face, whatever that might be. But again, that's an everybody thing. That's a protection thing. That's a route running thing, and that's a quarterback thing.
What's your diagnosis of the run defense trouble today, and as part of that, containing Jaden Daniels?
Yeah. Again, he's a tough contain. So we got to do a really good job of that. And we did it with 4, we did it with 5, we did it, with 4 off of one side, 3 off of one side, 2 on the other. So we did that to some success. And I thought we really did a good job on in the second half and the third downs. We were pretty good in the first half on third downs as well, getting ourselves out of those drives. But again, the first series, I know we didn't fit the run the way we wanted it to. We talked about that on the sideline. But again, it's got to be more consistent.
Are you concerned about the way you guys defended Daniels? Because he's not one of a kind. You'll face a guy next week who has similar skill set.
Yeah. I mean, again, when you don't win the game, we're certainly going to look at it. And if we won the game, we go back and look at it and see if we can do a better job.
Just before the half, you guys had it 3rd and 12 down in the scoring zone. You went max protect. What were the breakdowns on the max protection, but also the coaching point to maybe know when to fight for another one and don't take yourselves out of field goal range?
Okay, now what play are you talking about?
3rd and 12, you guys were down in the scoring range. You ended up taking a sack. It pushed you out of field goal
What's
range.
the time of the game?
Right before halftime.
Okay, yeah, right before half there. Yeah, we got to get rid of that football and making sure that we stay in field goal range. You never want to take a sack to do that. Again, I got to look at the coverage and the protection and all those things. But we always work on that, and we have to do a better job there.
What happened to Braxton?
Yeah, so the injury report I have is just Braxton. All I really have right now, I don't have anything other than this. Is that obviously knee? Tevin was a knee, and then and Bill Murray was pec, and then Tez is a shin.
Are any of those injuries severe? Are they significant?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll have to visit.
Man, as a coaching staff, how do you make sure this does not compound? This is just one loss as opposed to feeling like a bigger loss.
Well, I think it's having a strong mind and a strong conviction of who you are. I mean, this is one game, right? I know it's, like I said, when you lose on the last play, it's going to hurt, right? But let's go back and look at the tape, right, and then get better from this. And that's what we always do, and that's what we're going to do here.
Thanks, guys.